Hello everyone, this is CJNovo992 and today we're back for another brand new video. Today's video we are here to celebrate on Star Wars Day, on Steven Gerrard Day and on my anniversary, and because of that fact, ladies and gentlemen, I am in extreme danger by filming today's video, so let's just get on with the show and break down, react and discuss the latest and newest signing to the football club, which is none other than our boy, Fashion Sakala. Now, to any of the channel legends out there who tune in and watch every single upload, that name there, Fashion Sakala, should be one that you recognise, as we went ahead and spoke about him just 6 days ago. Through the midst of all the BS rumours that's out there about this guy, or the clickbait pish that's about this guy, there was only ever one name and one player that really made sense for our football club in terms of a fit, and it's good now 6 days later to see that name actually be backed up and that feeling confirmed, as Fashion Sakala has went ahead and signed on a pre-contract and committed himself to Rangers, the champions, for 4 years. So as we welcome Sakala to the football club, let's speak more about the player. And now there's that cloud of doubt removed from this video. Now you actually watch and pay a wee bit more attention to what the player brings to the table now that that word rumour is no longer there and he is going to be pulling on the shirt next season. We will speak about the player and we'll break down what we've just brought to the football club and where he could improve us and add straight away. And obviously starting off with the basics, he is a 24-year-old forward who is able to play right across the line. He can play in left wing, striker and right wing, and he has played all three positions throughout his career. Now he is only 24 years old and he is a Zambian international, and shout out to the Zambian fans, by the way. I mean, they were diving into the comment section showing a lot of love for Rangers and our boy Sakala in the last video, so welcome troops, welcome to the biggest and best team in Scotland. But continuing down the old rabbit hole for Fashion Sakala, as we talked about, he can play in those three positions, and that's obviously something that Gerrard loves in his players, because we've got a couple of attacking players now that can play in the three facets, and that definitely strengthens him. But what I really love about this laddie is he's not just a flashy player that's very, very quick on the ball, because I think if you Google this guy, you search this guy, the first thing you're going to see continually praised is this man's ridiculous pace. I mean, his nickname's the Copper Bullet, but that's almost a disservice to what of a good player he is and what he can actually do with the football, because you've seen players that's rapid, that can get any positions, but they require that 10-15 yard space behind the defender to actually create something. But for me, this guy, and what I've been able to look at now over the last 4 months, because we first talked about this 4 months ago, I've kept an eye on him, we made the video 6 days ago, but the thing that continuously jumps out to me is this laddie, whether he's playing with his back to goal or he's got the ball, he doesn't shy away for the contact, he's no flopping all over the place, he's no falling all over, he seems to relish the contact, ladies and gentlemen. He's a bit of a nuisance with the football, and it's that ability to go from 0 to 60 that I think is going to make him a very, very good player for us. Again, I'm not sitting here saying he's a world beater and he's incredible at this, but he's got so much pace, ladies and gentlemen. And again, he doesn't need to have massive space behind. He can get the ball at his feet, make a quick move and create that space, and that's the difference between winning and losing games or dropping points versus the teams that park the bus, because you're never going to get 10-15 yards in our league when you play for Rangers. It's about creating that half yard when you're in and around the box to push it onto your right foot or push it on to your left foot and get a shot away, and that right there is what this man excels in, because you take whatever you want, say whatever you want about the laddie, but the stats don't lie. This guy loves to shoot per game. We're never ever going to get frustrated with this laddie no having a pop or no being brave enough to shoot for range. If he gets anywhere near the box, ladies and gentlemen, and if he can create that half yard and get that space to shoot, he's going to take that pop every single time. And the stats suggest that throughout his time in Belgium, leading the league for the amount of shots per game, which will go down either two routes. We either get very frustrated that he's always having a pop, but again, to me, we want players like Sakala, like Hadji, like Kent's starting to add to his game. We can't always score the perfect goal, and the more players that we add to our team that's willing to just drop a shoulder and have a shot from range, the better and the more we will improve and get better as a football team. And that's what this signing is for me, ladies and gentlemen. It's an upgrade in quality of previous players in those positions that we've brought in to the football club. But again, he's not just a winger. I didn't necessarily think that's where he's only going to play, because over the last 18 months to 2 years in Belgium, he's really started to grow and get better in terms of leading the line, because in his first time in his entire career, he's now playing primarily as a centre forward, and it's no surprise to me that that's happened, and he's just went ahead. He's had his best season in football in the top flight of Belgium, playing as that number 9. But it's not just long balls in behind using his pace. He's playing with his back to go, and that's what really, really attracted me to the player, because that's exactly how we play. That's exactly what we've asked of Alfredo Morelos, Kamaru, Cedric Itten. Whenever they've started for Rangers, they've got to have the ability, to play with a back to goal and bring others into play, and that's what this guy's been doing from the first whistle to the last in Belgium this season. And honestly, he's been very, very good at it. Now, this is something I touched on 6 days ago, but now considering how we just pumped Celtic and the way Kamal Roof scored in this game, I do think this is worth mentioning. Again, when he does have the ball, when he has his back to the defender, he will pass it out wide or he brings someone in. But then, again, he's got that striker instinct to get inside the box, and we can see just from that Sunday game versus Celtic how valuable and vital that is to have those types of players in the team, and how dangerous it is, because that is how Roof scored versus Celtic. And I mentioned this 6 days ago, that is what this guy's been doing all season long, nipping in front of defenders, passing it out wide, spinning in behind the defenders, and getting into the box to try and getting the end of hang. So I think that's just one of those things that goes perfect circle and fits in perfectly, given the way Roof scored. This man has been doing that all season. Speaking of season, as we have mentioned, that he just had his best season in football, and this season is why he is now going to be a Rangers player next season. Let's dive into it a little bit more. And don't worry if you've seen the last video 6 days ago, we do have new stats and new things to actually break down, because now, as he has just recently played against Standard Liège in the playoffs, and listen, we all know how good of a side Standard Liège actually is. Well, in his most recent game, that scoreline finished 6-2 to our boy Fashion Sakala. Now, unfortunately, he didn't score all 6 goals. In fact, he didn't score on the day, but he did get an assist in that match, and that assist backed up his overall nuisance of a performance, as he absolutely ran the entire defence ragged. And I like that, ladies and gentlemen, despite the fact that he's not signing a new deal and he's obviously moving on. The fact that he's still going out there and playing for the team tells you a lot about his character. And again, he's not one of these guys that flops around and rolls about. He will battle and fight, and that is what you saw from his time at Belgium. Again, you saw that backed up in his most recent game versus the very difficult Standard Liège. But with that wee cheeky assist he got in his most recent game, that now makes it 30 games in all competitions, 13 goals and 4 assists, making it 17 goal contributions throughout the old seasons. And if you're talking about minutes per goal and stuff like that, if you're in to that nerdiness like myself, this guy right here averages a goal every 179 minutes. All that right there, for me, is pretty damn exciting to think about. Something else to get excited about, by the way, we mentioned earlier on in the video that this guy is a workhorse. He will run himself into the ground, and he's a very, very selfless footballer, and his stats back that up, ladies and gentlemen, because it gives so much per game. The fact that he never stops running, he never stops working, he never stops hustling defenders, getting amongst it, because he is known for a cheeky yellow card, ladies and gentlemen, but because he gives so much per game, he's actually been substituted off 16 times out of the 30 games he played. But again, that just shows you he gives everything. There's literally nothing left, and that's something to be very, very positive for, in my opinion, because that is what we want more in our team. We want more of these players, and we've seen that under Gerrard. That's what he loves to see. He wants to see players blown out their arse, giving everything for this football club, and we've went ahead and signed another laddie who will continue to run till I can't run no more. And if I'm honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I've really got to say about this transfer. You can tell by the smile, you can tell by the way I spoke, not only today, but 6 days ago. I wanted this guy to be at the football club next season, and I already know we're getting a very, very talented and exciting player, but I can't wait to see him working with the team. And every player we've signed has had that progression, and it's that aspect, seeing him take it to that level. And if he continues his career trajectory that you've seen over the last 18 months, and the way he's added more goals to the game, the more he's been a nuisance to the team, and that trajectory right there, it's going to be an exciting time, I think, and a very, very exciting player for Rangers, because you can imagine blowing at your arse, knackered, playing against Morelos or playing against Kent, and then you see Sakala. Plums are starting to plump, ladies and gentlemen. And with the old plums now officially being plumped, I can end today's video right there. And as always, that has been the latest signing, so a massive welcome, a tip to the quarantine cap to you, Fashion Sakala, and to all the Zambian fans that were very nice about the football club in the comment section the last time. And that's us for today's video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it enough to be sharing your opinion on the latest signing. Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you excited? Where do you think you could possibly play for us? Where do you think he's going to be brought into play? That's always an interesting discussion to see. And as always, when the latest rumours and that are there, I will look at them, and if there's anything worth mentioning, ladies and gentlemen, we will talk about it right here on the channel as I try to keep these updated on what I imagine will be an interesting, busy transfer period as the Champions League and all that Champions League moolah is there to improve the squad. That's one down, ladies and gentlemen. Can't wait to speak a bit more. But until then, I've been Sieging Over 92. If you didn't mind hitting a like button on this video, that'd be greatly, greatly appreciated. That helps people find this video and helps them find the channel. And as always, if you didn't mind subscribing to the channel, that'd be greatly, greatly appreciated. We've had so much support over the last 3 days, and I know a lot of that's got to do with the Celtic game, but if we can keep up that momentum, that 50k dream may just become a reality. So if you haven't subbed already, please consider doing so. But until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Sieging Over 92. It's my anniversary today, so aye. Now that I've sat here for half an hour and spoke about Rangers during it, I'll need to give these 3 rings tonight. If I don't, I'm in trouble, and I might end up sleeping on your couch. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, take care of yourselves. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.